Hello. In this video I'm going to show you an easy way to procedurally rig an eye meniscus. So what is an eye meniscus? The general term meniscus is when liquid bends when it touches a surface, like this example of water in a glass. So the eye meniscus is just a tiny bump of liquid that sits between the eye and the eyelid. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to select the edges in component mode, and you're going to select the edge loop, and then you're going to create a poly edge to curve. So press apply, and now you'll see that you have a new curve called poly to curve 1. And so I'm just duplicating the poly to curve, and I'm creating a second curve. And if you graph the input connections, you'll see that there's a poly to edge curve node. And what I want to do is connect the output curve of the poly edge to curve to the create attribute of the second curve that I've duplicated. So by connecting these two together, now I have two live curves that are being attached by the rigged eyelid. The next step is to shrink wrap one of the curves to the eyeball. And so you'll see in Maya 2016 there's a new deformer called the shrink wrap. So you just select the curve first, and then you select the shrink wrap second, and you'll see that the curve just zaps on to the eyeball. You have to loft the two curves, so you need to select both curves and loft them and make sure that the output geometry is set to polygon, and make sure that the tessellation method is set to control points. So you'll see that now there's this loft that goes from the edge of the eyelid to the surface of the eyeball. And I'm going to select a couple of the edge loops in the middle. And there's a trick here, which is transform component. And what that's going to do is it's going to translate the vertices along its Z normal. So you're just going to simply set a little offset in your local Z translate, and then you get this nice little bump. One thing you could do is connect that local translate offset to your rig so that on a shot for shot basis you could be adjusting that bump just so that the lighting can catch that nice little specularity highlight of the meniscus. And that's it. A pretty easy and procedural way to rig a meniscus. And I hope you liked this video. If you'd like to see more, please visit cgiface.com.